1-888-622-1816. Again, that's 1-888-622-1816.
All right, 6 minutes after 8 o'clock, 51 degrees, kind of on the cool side today, but it's expected to climb. The temperature is expected to climb to 82 today, tonight dropping to 51. Sunny skies, just a beautiful day in Ocala. 86 tomorrow, warming up a little bit. 89 on Thursday, warming up even more. And then Friday, there's rain mentioned. That'll bring down the temperatures for the weekend. So it looks like highs on Saturday around 72, highs on Sunday around 78. If you're visiting, you're probably going to go swimming. If you live here, you probably won't. That's the way it works, right? Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Hey, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Have you gone swimming yet this year? Besides the cruise?
No. Yeah, well, I did in the Caribbean. I mean, swimming in 78 degrees is, you either have to be under the age of 10 or really, really desperate or Canadian. So.
No, I think anybody from up north who comes to Florida this time of year, they're swimming. They're out at the beaches.
No way. It's like 57 degrees.
Robin, when you were a visitor back a long, long time ago, did you swim during the winter?
I did.
Yeah.
I sure did.
Oh, boy.
I sure did. It was nice and warm, and it was fun.
Yeah.
And my cousins come down, and my one cousin and his wife are here. They've been here for 2 months, and they go to the beach and swim every day, so they love it.
There you go. She couldn't hear you, Galen. Now she's got her headset on.
Okay.
When do you move in? I mean, at 2 months, don't you just live here at that point?
They're thinking about it. They're thinking about selling their house and moving down here because they're both retired, so they're thinking about it.
And then they won't swim anymore because they'll realize that's silly. So just wait another 3 weeks and it'll be warm.
All right, so
you can't be swimming in 57 degrees. I mean, that's ridiculous.
So I have an interesting topic today. It's the relics associated with Jesus. Because Easter is coming up Sunday, but also because of the fire at Notre Dame, Notre Dame, or however you say it in French, right? And the crown of thorns was in there. Did you know that?
Right, I did. But I mean, I don't know if it's a true crown of thorns. I don't know if anybody really does. But anyway, I'm glad they got it out of there because no matter what, it's really, really old.
Yeah.
Then they got a robe of St. Louis, and I was like, who knew? Who knew the St. Louis? I don't know who St. Louis is, but I know he's got a city named after him.
He's got a baseball team named after him.
That's correct.
So was he a cardinal?
Yes. I'm sure he was pretty high ranking. You're a saint, right? Saints outrank cardinals.
I would think so. You have to be dead, right, to be a saint?
Right. I don't know the hierarchy of Catholicism, so I'm sorry, but I guess you could start off. I don't know if a bishop's higher than a cardinal. I don't know, but yeah. But anyway, they saved his robe, and I'm happy about that.
Oh, that is. It
was amazing. The photos when I saw the spire fall, I'm like, wow, that's not good because the whole roof was all wood, and I guess the rest was concrete, and so it didn't burn. But I thought the president's tweet was hilarious. Well, I don't understand why I don't get a tanker plane over there and drop water on it. I was like, oh boy.
I didn't know he did that.
Oh boy. Yeah. And then the local fire department there said, we've gotten suggestions of dumping water over the top, via the air. That will destroy the building, so we're not going to do that. And they wrote it in English. I thought that was hilarious.
I thought what was really coincidental was last night then I had read that the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem caught on fire at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, there's like a terrorist group out there that targeted both of them or what the outcome is going to be. I can't even begin to guess because I don't know the facts.
Well, right now, they're pretty sure the one in Notre Dame was because of the construction.
That's what they say.
Nothing to do with the construction said. Yeah. So, I mean, that may change, but, right now I'm going to assume that it was an accident. I think that's probably the smart way to go. All
right, so before I tell you the relics associated with Jesus that are apparently still around, I wanted to find out how the blood supply is. How is the blood supply?
Right now, we're kind of holding steady right at a 5-day blood supply. We're still in need of all types, really O negative, B negative, and A negative, and platelets. So please just get out there, give the gift of life, donate blood. We'd love to be at a 7-day, but so we just gotta keep working.
So that's the goal. 7 days is the goal.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wow. Palm Garden of Ocala makes that announcement possible. They are at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. They are a health and rehabilitation center, and they are a skilled nursing health and rehabilitation center. Those two words set them a notch above many of the others, and to absolutely put them a notch above the others, you need to take a tour, because then you'll know for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Go to Palm Garden and see why we recommend them for your long-term, short-term rehabilitative or therapeutic care. They are at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. They do have a website. It's palmgardenofocala.com. And Penn Flooring also sponsors Galen's daily announcement for LifeSouth. Penn Flooring is at 1201 Southwest 17th Street. It's easy to tell you what they do. They sell and put in flooring, whether that's carpeting or wood flooring or tile or linoleum or whatever is out there. Stone, I think they have some stone too. They can put it in for you, and it will look beautiful. It will last a long time. It'll definitely be worth the time and effort and money that it will take to put in some new flooring, but you'll be happy with the results. Make your home or office more beautiful from the floor up. Penn Flooring is at 1201 Southwest 17th Street. All right, the Relics associated with Jesus that are still around, or believed to be, as you mentioned with the crown of thorns. So let me start with that one. I have that one a little deeper into the list. Let's see, the crown of thorns. Where is the crown of thorns? Here it is. Let's see, the crown of thorns. The relics of the Passion presented at Notre Dame Church in Paris include a piece of the true cross from Rome, as delivered by Saint Helena. Did you know that piece of the cross?
Yeah, it's a small little shiver. Yeah.
Along with a holy nail from the crown of thorns. A holy nail and the crown of thorns.
And the crown of thorns, yeah.
A holy nail and the crown of thorns. St. John tells that, I suppose that means in the Bible, right? St. John tells that in the night between Maundy Thursday and Good Friday, Roman soldiers mocked Jesus by placing a thorny crown on his head. And it goes on to describe it. But anyway, I thought it was going to tell us how it ended up in Paris.
Oh, I'm not sure. I think it was through the Crusades.
Oh, here we go. The accounts of pilgrims to Jerusalem report the crown of thorns. In 409 A.D., Saint Paulinus of Nola states the crown was kept in the basilica on Mount Zion in Jerusalem. In 570, Anthony the Martyr reports the crown of thorns in the basilica of Zion. Around 575, I hold these names, Cassiodorus wrote, Jerusalem has the column, there is the crown of thorns. Between the 7th and 10th centuries, the crown of thorns was moved to the Byzantine Emperor's chapel in Constantinople for safekeeping. In 1238, the Latin Emperor Baldwin II of Constantinople pawned the relics for credit to a Venetian bank. Well, this is pretty amazing.
Gosh, it is amazing. I love this.
St. Louis, the King of France, redeemed the crown from the Venetian bank on August 10th, 1239. The king deposited 29 relics in Villeneuve-l'Archevique. How do you say that, Robin?
I don't know.
On August 19th, 1239, the relics arrived in Paris. Wearing a simple tunic and with bare feet, the king placed the crown of thorns and other relics in the palace chapel in a structure he commissioned. So then they've been there ever since. That's kind of cool.
I think that's amazing.
I've never seen any. Have you ever seen any, Galen?
No. And you think of what they've survived. 2 world wars. The revolution that went through France at the time, and it survived all that, and the fire nearly destroyed it. Amazing.
So do you think that God protects those things?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I think it's more for us than it is. I mean, obviously I doubt he cares about any material things. So if he wanted to, he could protect it in an instant or restore it, or do anything he wanted to. So I don't think it's that big of a deal to him.
So the true cross refers to the actual cross used in the crucifixion. Today, many fragments of wood are claimed as the true cross relics. How would you know?
Yeah.
You'd have to do the testing or something, right?
I don't know.
That they do?
Yeah, the carbon dating, that doesn't work.
Oh.
I think they've pretty much proven that that's not very effective.
Do they have...
Again, it's just you have to be able to track it back as far as possible, I would guess. And then, it's just like anything. At some point, you get to a point where you just have to believe it or not. You either have faith in it or you don't. And, I think it's kind of that simple and that difficult.
Do you think there are lots of like souvenir vendors like near these places, like in Notre Dame or on the streets around Notre Dame? Do they have some guy with a cart like you see at the Ocala Christmas parade?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I doubt it. I think that would probably make some people mad.
Yeah,
I think and it's illegal to sell religious relics, I thought. So, but I guess if you can pawn it, I wonder how much he got for it. You wonder what did Byzantine get, when he had to pawn it.
Right.
I need X number of pieces of gold or whatever.
I'm hard on my luck. I got this thing. I don't know if it's real or not.
It's probably to fund the war or something. It's crazy.
I've always wanted.
You're like, how am I going to resell this?
I've always wanted to go to the Holy Land in Orlando, so I wonder what kind of souvenirs they have there. I wonder if they have any, or if it's just the experience.
Sure
but one of these days, I'm going to get down there because I've always wanted to go.
I've seen a lot of hats and T-shirts from there.
Oh, really?
A lot of what T-shirts?
Sure. Hats.
Hats and T-shirts.
Oh,
wow.
Okay. Let's see. A number of oh my gosh. Robin, try to say this word. It's the A word. It's halfway down the page. What is that word? How do you pronounce that one? Just going to try it.
Acuropeida.
Okay. So a lot of them, Galen, are around.
That's my guess.
These are images of Jesus reportedly made not by humans.
Oh,
you mean like the Shroud of Turin?
Correct. That's the number one. That's the number one.
I believe the Shroud of Turin. I think.
So do I.
I think there's been enough scientific backing for that one. So.
Yeah, I think so too.
And if you don't believe me, just YouTube it. That'll convince you.
I read a book about it a long time ago, a very small book, but the book was really convincing. And then there were tests done later on that said no, that's not true. But I don't know. I like you say, the carbon testing isn't always accurate. I read a thing that Jell-O that you just made this morning might show that it's 8 million years old. Have you ever heard that? That Jell-O gives
I've heard all kinds of different things about carbon dating. Well, and then what they discovered is they pulled a piece off to do the carbon dating, but they discovered that it was a repair that was done to the shroud. So I don't. They can't duplicate how it was done.
Right. And
the bottom line is they couldn't figure out how it was done.
And it's a negative image. And there was no photography even when it was first found. So they didn't have that technology. And Jesus says, I am the light. So only light would cause that kind of an image.
Right. Exactly.
Just whatever. I mean, it's a mystery. We don't know.
Again, at some point you either believe or you don't believe. It's not the Loch Ness Monster, but they both take some faith.
All right, here's another relic. The Sudarium of Oviedo. Have you heard of this?
Oh, Oviedo, Florida? No.
The Sudarium of Oviedo is a blood-stained cloth measuring 84 by 53 centimeters, curated in the Camara Santa of the Cathedral of San Salvador in Oviedo, Spain. Sudarium is Latin for sweat cloth.
Oh.
So it's the sweat cloth of Oviedo. It's claimed to be the cloth that was wrapped around the head of Jesus after he died, not the Turin. Not the shroud, rather, but the Turin.
So they took the shroud. They took the crown of thorns off and then wrapped it around.
Right.
Yeah, because they wrapped up. He was like, wrapped up like a mummy or something, right? I mean, not with the the individual bandages, but with the whole fabric. I thought.
So there it is. So that's in Spain.
Yeah.
That one is in Spain. All right. The Holy Face of Genoa. Have you heard of this?
The Holy Face? No, I have not.
All right. The image of Edessa, also known as the Mandilion. The Mandilion. Two images are claimed to be the Mandilion. The Holy Face of Genoa at the Church of St. Bartholomew of the Armenians in Genoa, and the Holy Face of San Silvestro, curated at the Church of San Silvestro in Capite in Rome. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what they are. Okay, there's two things. These are all supposedly related to Jesus somehow. That one didn't explain it very well. The Veil of Veronica. Wait, I have heard of this one. Have you heard of the Veil of Veronica?
I think so. I don't know.
It was
It
used.
could be some movie.
The Veil of Veronica was used to wipe the sweat from Jesus' brow as he carried the cross. It's claimed to bear the likeness of the face of Christ. An image kept at St. Peter's Basilica in Rome is purported to be the Veil of Veronica.
Yeah, because they say there was a woman that came up when he fell under the cross, and she wiped his brow, his face.
So how is it that all these things are so far from Jerusalem and Bethlehem and Galilee? How did they all...
It's because people went and took them because of the...
Greed.
During the... greed, I'm sure was a part of it, but during the Crusades, when they were going through and taking over. So Islam was taken over. They're destroying all of this thing.
So apparently there's more than one place that claims they have the Veil of Veronica, by the way. So how would you know?
Oh, my.
And they, are just blind, trust faith.
All right, here's another one. The Holy Grail, also known as the Holy Chalice. Supposedly...
Indiana Jones found that. David found it.
Yeah, that was the greatest part of the movie because he put everything in perspective when he was trying to find the cup.
I guess I used to see that movie. This is the container Jesus drank from when he served the Last Supper?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Of the existing chalices, only the Santo Cáliz de Valencia, which is the Holy Chalice of the Cathedral of Valencia, is recognized as a historical relic by the Vatican.
Oh.
There you go. There's the Holy Grail right there. Many nails exist. Many relics currently displayed result from the journey of Saint Helena, the mother of Constantine the Great. The authenticity of these relics is questioned. For instance, the holy nails brought back by Saint Helena, notes, according to the Catholic Encyclopedia, notes are problematic based on the number.
Yeah, because you said there was one with the with the shaving from the cross. You said there was one nail with the shaving from the cross earlier in this conversation. And there was only supposed to be 3, right?
I don't know. How many nails were there, Galen? Do you know?
3. One through his feet, one through each wrist. And.
Yeah, but I believe it was the wrist also, because back then the wrist was considered part of the hand, right?
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah.
Well, it's there's different philosophies on it. It was one of the two. It was either the wrist or the hand.
The Holy Coat.
I don't know. I'm waiting for the picture to be developed of it. Then we can.
The Holy Coat, the possession of the seamless garment of Christ, for which the soldiers cast lots at the crucifixion, is claimed to be at the Cathedral of Trier, 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 in Germany.
Wow.
Yeah. The crucifixion site called Golgotha is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre.
Sepulchre.
See what I mean?
Sepulchre.
All these words, you can't pronounce them.
Latin, Larry. It's all Latin.
I learned the pronunciation was sepulchre, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Inside, no, I believe you know it. Okay. Inside the church, between you and Galen, I got 2 people who know the Bible, so I can depend on you to be the Sunday school kids.
Well, you know the Bible too.
The Iron Crown of Lombardy. Have you heard of this one? Is this in Milwaukee,
That's
Robert?
Vince. Go Packers.
It's not a helmet that goes for the Packers.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe even the Redskins.
I haven't heard of that one.
The Iron Crown of Lombardy is allegedly made from the holy nails. Oh, come on. That can't be real.
No, I don't think so. It sounds Italian. Lombardy.
Could be.
Oh, the Holy Sponge.
That's far.
The Holy Sponge is reported to be in the church Santa Croce in Jerusalem in Rome. Jerusalem spelled G-E-R-U-S-A-L-E-M-M-E. Where's Jerusalem in Rome?
Oh, I don't know.
The Holy Sponge, Galen.
Wow.
Yeah, because they put the vinegar on it, right? And they
Right.
lifted it up to his lips. Wonder if you could do DNA testing on that.
To test it against what?
Yeah, really. How to?
Yeah, that's right.
I guess the blood on the shroud, right?
Oh, there you go.
All right, the column of the flagellation, which Jesus was tied to during the flagellation, is reportedly in the Basilica of St. Praxedes in Rome.
Oh, my.
Wow, they saved that?
Oh, that's horrible.
Well, you think, of course, you got to figure he wasn't the last person to be whipped on that thing, right?
Probably right, yeah.
So it was probably there for 100 years after he was gone, but before and then the Roman Empire fell, and somebody's like, Jesus was probably whipped on this, and there you go.
These images make you want to cry.
Yeah, I don't know if
Horrible.
that's something you would want to keep, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That wouldn't be something that you would want to value.
All right, St. Paul's Monastery on Mount Athos claims to have relics of the gifts of the Magi.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you would have thought that, those were pretty valuable, and Mary and Joseph weren't rich. You would have thought they would have traded those in to help,
Maybe they did.
feed Jesus, Yeah, but would you, he was just how many people knew he was Christ at that?
I know, just the shepherds, right? Dubrovnik's cathedral in Croatia claims to have the swaddling clothes that baby Jesus wore.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Sure, he
That's
had more than one set, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's just an honest question. I don't know back in BC how many swaddling clothes
I didn't know.
he had.
All right, and the last one, I think this is the last one, is the knife that Jesus used to for the bread at the Last Supper.
Oh,
He cut the knife with the bread. I mean, he cut the bread with a
I
knife.
thought he pulled it apart.
Yeah, I would have. I like pulling bread apart.
I didn't think there were knives. I thought, I thought maybe when you ate, you pulled stuff apart back then.
I would have.
You got to remember, because later, one of the guards got his ears cut off, and Jesus put it back on.
There you go. Yeah.
That's right.
He probably cut the bread
there
with
are
that.
knives.
Yeah, that's right.
I have that, by the way. If anybody wants it, I have that.
knife?
That sword. That sword that cut the guy's ear off. Yeah. I have to have something, yeah. Like I need to pawn something.
There you go.
All right. Galen,
We'll go to medieval times.
What you need to do is find a potato chip with his likeness on it. Now you've got.
Yeah. Well, actually, some of those are listed on here, but I didn't go. But there are, they're crazy ones like toast and stuff. I thought,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
that's not real.
Yeah.
No. This is interesting.
I don't know. Hey,
A real piece of toast.
Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Hey, today we're out at Seidel, so we have both our Bloodmobiles there today. Looking forward to a great day. So, and if you can't go by there, obviously go by the Donor Center right on Silver Springs Boulevard and give the gift of life and donate blood.
There you go.
Nice.
All right, Galen, thank you for everything you do. That was a fun segment. Did you like that one?
I enjoyed it. I think I learned something.
Yeah.
I learned that I need to practice my Latin.
Me too.
Not as much as I do. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Be careful out there, Galen. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
And thank
Bye,
you,
all.
Palm Garden and Penn Farm. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is encouraging state universities to approve resolutions